Make it a great day, chat hassle. Chat. Hassle. Thanks for standing up for mentally ill people and admit by saying it's not cool that anyone suffers in psych hospitals. You do best. Here's my Bezos bucks. People hey chat, hello from Canada, working from home and watching Hasan while entering numbers into spreadsheets. How will I ever go back to the office? Thanks, Hasan. Finally got his sugar mama thanks to you and your advice. Let's go. It's Friday then. Lars, no sad news today, so you can't take it anymore.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon. No matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny and wonderful California, Los Angeles. 74 degrees out here today, folks. And I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic day. It is Friday, June 11th, 2021, 11:05 a.m. and I am early because I'm excited as fuck to be live on this beautiful day. So fucking nice out, dude. It is so nice out. It's crazy. Yeah. And I hope you guys are as well. Now, obviously, it's a special day. This is a special day of the week. The day that wage cucks expect and celebrate, because today is Friday.
Let's go. What?
What's going on, guys? That's it. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Yes, Turkey is playing Italy today in the fucking Euro Cup or some shit. I don't know. I don't really care. I know that, like, chat's gonna be hella annoying on that end. Okay. I suspect chat will be extra annoying today because, you know, there's soccer. Even if Turkey gets fucking demolished, chat will be annoying because they'll be like, bro, why aren't you saying something, bro? Watch it, bro. Because Turks have no comprehension of DMCA. It's crazy. Like, Turkish people think that DMCA and like terms of service just do not exist on the internet, despite the fact that Turks live in a constant state of existence where they literally have the government claim that porn is a term of service violation. So all porn websites are literally blocked, and yet Turks constantly are like, dude, hadi porno aç da izleyek. You know, they'll constantly be like, dude, just watch some porn. Come on, let's all take our dicks out and watch some porn together. So part of the reason why I don't want to watch this is because I'm conflicted internally. Because as you all know, I am the Rachel Dolezal of being Italian.
Watch Turkey versus
so despite my Turkish heritage, I've lived my life as an Italian man, especially in the beginning of this year. Only recently have I spent more time not as an Italian man. I mean, until like last month, 2021, I had spent more time as an Italian man than as a Turkish American by the name of Hasan Piker.
Made IT in time for the song Cat Jam.
So, you know, that's the real problem here, boys. That's part of the reason why I can't talk about this. Anyway,
I want to be a socialist, but I have a job, Pepe.
This is why it's funny you were Turk, you act like an Italian in GTRP. Today the two national teams goes face to face. The irony, yeah. Say his name. His name is Umberto Antonio Donato Pecorino, folks. That's his name. That's who I was for the longest time this past year. This year so
Mufasa
far.
PLS 11 months. Mufasa PLS.
Carmela Donnie cosplay. What is this? Politics frogs are gonna lose their shit because I clicked on a fucking RP clip, dude. What is this?
The go-in, friends.
Hi, Donnie.
How about you?
You know, I've been good. I just went back to Italy for a little bit, but I'm back.
You're
You
so
came back in a
cringe.
campaign.
You can't even get to level 70. Don't you know my int is low?
Oh, Maron.
Turkeys.
Well, Harry, I heard that
Oh,
you've got a
guys.
baby on the way. How's it going?
Yeah, me and Penny bought a house.
Oh,
too.
you.
What the fuck? That's so funny.
Or you're my Twitch baby daddy.
Megaphonics, do not make me ban you this early into the stream. Okay? I see you. I hear you. Don't be fucking annoying. Anyway. Change title, change title, change title.
Happy to be
Yeah,
here, love you,
change
Hoey
title,
Dee.
frogs. Anyway. It's a big day today, boys. There's a lot. There's Hogwatch, as always. Okay. I'm downloading Ratchet and Clank on my PlayStation, and most importantly, there's a scary thought. There's a scary
6
city
months
out there,
to a filthy
a
Italian
city with
American.
rings that a character is stuck in currently, and that character is me.
Wow.
There's a king out there who shall remain nameless. Standing in front of a mosque
2 months into radicalization.
on top
let's
of
go.
his pet dragon, waiting for me to defeat him. So there's a lot going on today on that end too. And then there's also murderer cases that have gone solved but unwatched. So there's a bunch of shit There's a bunch of shit. There's drama, as always. Drama that has gone uncovered. Gaming frogs will eat again. Okay. Why is your content so boring these days? I don't know, but I think like around 50 to 60,000 people disagree with you, so
Happy Friday.
I don't really care about your point of view.
While I am quote unquote.
There you go.
Thank you for the content as always and hope you enjoy Ratchet and Clankety Clank Clank Clank.
First ban of the day, boys.
Hasan looks like my mom.
Are you ever gonna play Witcher on stream, bro? Probably not. I have played it a little bit, but that's a big one. So
Lego stream when? Pogo.
that's a really, really big one. So it's hard for me to play on stream. Like it's kind of slow. Anyway, this is the part of the broadcast where I talk about my personal news.
Hassle.
Last night I ended the stream. Marat came over and we kind of talked about his career and shit like that for the most part. As we browsed through one of the worst like menus of all time, in what I consider to be one of the worst content droughts of all time. Like we literally went to HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, the Apple menu to see if there was any fucking movies that we could watch there. That new Jason Statham Guy Ritchie movie was out where he's like, oh, my fucking son was killed. My son was fucking murdered and that's why I'm here working a fucking job. Working a fucking day job, bruv, at the fucking, Brinks truck, fighting against the fucking people. Anyway, so, we were gonna potentially watch that, except it was $20 the rent. Now you might say, oh my, Omega Lol, millionaire Omega Lol, streamer Omega Lol, why the fuck wouldn't you just pay $20 to rent? Well, I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, I'm never going to pay $20 to rent a fucking movie on my shit-ass TV. Like, that's insanity, dude. What do these people think? What do they think is going on this planet? Like,
love the stream.
Imagine complaining about paying $20 for a movie while not beating the Nameless King. I could find nothing yesterday, but I discovered Atlantis, which is interesting, but also trash. Anyway, I have watched and completed Sweet Tooth, which is pretty good. I am in a content drought after all, so any sort of like, you guys already know, any sort of sci-fi dystopia I'm in, I'm sold on it. So sorry about that.
My first job out
I
of
clicked
school,
on
I don't give a shit about employees' rights.
I clicked on a video there. So
hey everyone, good morning.
I just realized I left my frozen pizza in an oven overnight. And Chad, is it good to eat? No, don't do that. I have watched Altered Carbon, yes. I'm excited for Lupin Part 2, especially because it's another show that like me and my mom can watch together, and by that I mean she will fall asleep immediately, but at least like the energy is there, you know what I mean?
6 months.
Like it's one movie she agrees to fall asleep to, or one show rather she agrees to fall asleep to, rather than all the other ones that she disagrees to falling asleep to when it's playing in the background.
I got my first paycheck today, and now I'm no longer communist and think
it's ridiculously stupid. Yeah, whatever, dude. It's like French and therefore automatically cool. French equals cool.
As buff.
Time to watch old school anime? Watch Legend of Galactic Heroes? No. Anyway.
Dark Souls, baby.
So, I'm never going to watch K-dramas, so please stop suggesting shows, okay? I'm going to let you know right now, writing this shit in the chat to me currently is not going to change my mind. Like, this is the least effective way that you could ever... This is this is not a way that you can convince me to watch a show. In a sea of like 16,000 other people, like just literally trying to tell me like you literally have to watch the show. It's not going to work. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not going to work. As a matter of fact, I'm going to close my eyes to all those shows that you are recommending.
Let's go, boys, girls, and NBs.
I also don't have Disney Plus, so don't suggest any Disney shows, even though they are like pumping out good ass content.
Hey, Hasan, I'm an Arab living in the Middle East.
So it fucking annoys me. Like, I watched Soul on the plane.
I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for speaking the truth and standing.
It annoys me that they're like pumping out shit. I gotta figure out a way to pirate it.
Hassle.
I mean, not pirate it. I would never pirate content. It's completely inappropriate to do such a thing. I think that those Disney executives do need and deserve, deserve and need all of the money.
Poggers.
I mean, I still don't have a Spotify account. I use my cousin's. I use my Turkish cousin's Spotify account still to this day. Don't have my own. Then again, I don't really listen to music that much. I use my mom's Netflix, my mom's Hulu, and my other friend's HBO Max. I literally own zero. I have access to like Showtime, HBO, everything. Because I have a friend who like has all of these things. So I was just like, bro, you're not using all that shit. Give it to me. I have not purchased a single subscription service. The only one I own is YouTube Premium. Pretty much it. That's socialism, baby. Anyway. The JCS video last night fucked me up. I will accept an apology. I mean, did it fuck you up because we watched it with some of the most psychopathic people on the planet to watch a fucking murder show with because they were so horny for the murderer that they literally lost their minds?
Hasan D's 3 today.
Like, there were so many people. There is a weird, like, there's a weird tenet of leftism. There's a couple weird tenets in leftism where the less you laugh, the more leftist you are, okay? Like, everybody knows these. These are some of the rules. Like, socialism is when you don't laugh at jokes, and communism is when you've never laughed, okay? So you're like a gold star socialist.
Tresse on Netflix is out.
Okay.
Frogs.
Just like, and kind of like that, there's another tenet where it's like, leftism is when you defend murderers.
I didn't even realize it had been.
And the more you defend the murderer, the more leftist you are, I guess.
Let's go in the chat.
People are getting mad at me that I'm leeching off my parents' Netflix accounts. Like, what do you want me to do? Buy a new one? Like, why would I do that? We already use one Netflix account and have been for fucking years, and it's my fucking parents. Like, what the fuck do you want from me, dude? Yeah. Socialism is when you buy multiple Netflix accounts, dude. Be honest with Netflix. Don't use one of their, like, very obvious, you know, very... Don't use one of their, like, main functions, which is the allow multiple people to sign on. At least you won't have Stan stalking your Spotify listens. Bro, if my Stan stalked my Spotify listens, they would find nothing. It's a barren wasteland. It's also shared with my cousin, so I don't know what the fuck kind of Turkish music he listens to. So it'd be pretty funny.
At HasanAbi the South will
Bro, what a
rise
leech using your
again,
parents'
brother.
account. Never mind that you have your mom living in your apartment yet. Like, I know. Wait, Will has a Disney
Would you
Plus
say you
account?
were in the
Oh my god, I'm
content
getting
but you
hit.
would
I'm
not give
literally,
one
I'm gonna
piece of
text him right
chance
now.
because it's too long.
Hold on. I'm not even kidding.
That's
Like, I'm gonna
close.
text him right now. You have a Disney Plus account?
Love the content, brother.
What is wrong with you? I am not kidding, dude.
Two months of
I wanna
bringing
watch
political
Loki.
arguments. Pogo Italian hands versus turkeys.
Anyway, I do pay for Prime. I used to use my mother's Amazon account until like literally last year. That's not even a joke either. Like I used to use my mom's Amazon account until last year. I pay for my own Prime now as well. I mean, I'm literally a fucking Amazon employee. I was like, I need to like, part of the reason why was for like actual tax purposes. Like I had to get my own Amazon account so I could get like taxed by Amazon. So telling chatters to get Prime while not having it? Motherfucker, I never tell you to get Prime. I don't tell you to get Amazon Prime. I tell you to literally steal your wife's boyfriend's Amazon Prime. I've not once been like, get Amazon Prime. I always say, if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch and get one free Prime subscription.
Turkey versus Italy today to kick off the Euros poggies.
Like, what the fuck?
Hassle, hassle, hassle.
Anyway.
Eight months pog.
What is this? Episode 1274 of the Ben Shapiro Show. No one is too radical for the Democratic Party.
19 months SWAT.
What the fuck is this, dude? Anyway, all right, let's just fucking... I'm gonna tweet out that I'm live, okay? And we're gonna get to it. Like, this is not gonna be like a heavy news day, so don't worry. Not heavy flow today, okay? Okay. Daycare is open. Get in now. Big news. Big drama. Lots to talk about. There is a monarch with no name standing in front of a mosque waiting for me on a dragon later. More murder cases. Get in now. You don't want to miss this. www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. There it is. Why the fuck is critical race theory trending, dude? Like, I feel like conservatives, I'm just going to say something, okay? We're going to talk, we'll start with critical race theory. So, first and foremost, I just got to say, it's like critical race theory and Antifa and all this sort of stuff. These are like all Republican concoctions, okay? Like they are fabrications and like idiotic things that are, I mean, they're real. Anti-fascism is a real action, just like critical race theory is a concept that is taught in like undergrad courses, shit like that, right? But because conservatives can't run on like the actual issues that they truly believe in, like, you know, an anarcho-capitalist utopia where poor people, regardless of whether they're white or black, get melted into biomatter once they are no longer useful to the production capabilities of American industry. Because they can't run on that, like they run on like these fucking fabrications, these like things that they concoct and turn into like big problems. And this is the new thing. It's like trans girls participating in like high school sports, which is like not even remotely a fucking issue. Like not even remotely an issue. And you're just making it an issue. And now it's critical race theory. It was Antifa. And now it's fucking critical race theory. Like, bitch, you don't know what critical race theory is. Like, you have no idea what it is. Like, you're just... I mean, here, let's take a look.
Well, a big crowd came out to the State Board of Education meeting today to make their voices heard. The major focus, what kids should and should not learn in history class. Things getting so heated at one point, officials had to take a break.
They don't stop
Case of John Copenhaver
So
on
you could
JCS,
hear
it's
the crowd
actually the most
chanting,
fucking
allow
wild video on
teachers
that
to
channel.
teach the truth. Several people in that room speaking up for and against teachers discussing
Here you go, by the way.
race
Blast
and
this
its
shit out,
influence
boys.
on society in the classroom.
The teacher's responsibility is only to teach them what's supposed to be taught in
What
school,
up, fellow
not
comrades?
their
Raised
opinion.
fist, rose,
Okay.
peace, dove.
So if the government says critical race theory is supposed to be taught in school, then what? Owned. Absolutely fucking cumstered, Karen. Shut the fuck up. There you go.
8 months, Pog.
Great argument, dude. Great fucking argument, dude. I didn't realize. It's just... Okay.
Hassle.
So stupid.
How can educators expect to teach history accurately without talking about race and racism? How can you discuss the civil rights movement without discussing race and racism?
Ultimately, though, the board decided to ban critical race theory from being taught
Casey
in Florida
Comrade,
schools.
Casey Comrade,
News 6's
Casey
Amanda
Comrade,
Castro
Casey
is live
Comrade.
in the newsroom with more on the contentious meeting and how leaders ultimately made their decision. Amanda.
Well, Ginger, supporters like Governor Ron DeSantis say this new rule is all about teaching the facts of our history, while opponents say it's politicizing classroom instruction.
If critical race theory is not about... If critical race theory is like factually incorrect or whatever the fuck they deem to be critical race theory, then why did Texas decide to do like a Texas Secedes from Mexico project where like part of the reason why Texas literally was no longer a part of Mexico was so that they could maintain their rights to, you know, have slaves, to continuously enslave black people. And like Greg Abbott literally named their counter to the 1619 project, the 1836 project, to, you know, commemorate that move. Or was it 1863 project? Sorry, I fucked it up. I fucked up the date. But yeah, so very odd that they're like, no, you don't get to say slavery was bad, which is why we need to show the truth about...
Can't believe it's been 8 months.
Oh, I was
Keep
right.
up the good work, Hassie.
Oh, fuck you, chatter. I was right, you bitch. You can't say slavery was bad, which is why I need to do a project called Slavery is Good.
7 months, Pogo. Only 3 more till I turn into a reactionary and have a take that gets.
Am I wrong, or is this basically PC going too far and flipped? No, this is a completely nonsensical thing that the Republicans have astroturfed and whipped up into a frenzy because Joe Biden isn't black. And they got too fucking lazy in the 8 years of Obama where they could just literally be like, he's black. And then everyone would be like, you're right. You're right. That means he's goddamn un-American. So then like Trump came, and now Joe Biden, in comparison to Trump, is like an old white guy who is like, he looks presidential and shit. So they can't get mad at that. So they have to find new shit to get mad at. Because once again, they can't actually be upset at the issues. Like, what? You think Republicans, you think they're going to be able to whip up people in a frenzy to be like, to be angry that like we are trying to put together a infrastructure bill? No.
5 months, baby. Love you, Arjan. Best thing that's ever happened to this shut-in.
You know what I mean? Like they can't fucking they can't get upset about like the infrastructure bill also including broadband. So they have to fucking get mad at this dumb shit and like create an issue out of nothing. Isn't it funny how you vote into a Democrat majority and the Republicans get everything they want with zero backlash? Yeah, I mean, you know.
Love you, Arjan. Thanks for everything you do.
It's because they just want to destroy America. It's like easier to destroy America than it is to build a progressive future. Papa Gut in his response to you? No, I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyway. The whites are bad rhetoric is equally as damaging to healing a nation. What whites are bad rhetoric are you referencing, you dumb, fragile little bitch? Like, what is this whites are bad rhetoric, dude? You think that's what they're fucking teaching at schools? Like, whites are bad? If you automatically take ownership over, I don't know, the history of slavery and like seek to defend it, or the Confederacy and seek to defend it, then you are a bad white. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. But if you recognize the horrific history of colonialism and slavery and be like, that's not my fault, I didn't do it, but you know, that was bad, and we should repair those, we should right those wrongs of the past, then you're not a bad white. So shut the fuck up, chatter, who's like, oh, the whites are bad rhetoric. Like, what is this incredibly fragile nonsense, dude? Like, I don't even get mad when motherfuckers are like, you did the Armenian genocide, okay? Like, it's a fucking ridiculous take to be like, every time I talk about anything, it's like, well, what about the Armenian genocide? It's like, bitch, I admit it. I recognize it. What do you want me to do? Right? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? And people will falsely be like, you love the Armenian genocide. Actually, you did the Armenian genocide. And you're responsible for it personally. And I'm still like, dude, shut up. And we move on. Meanwhile, you absolutely have no reason to take ownership of any of that shit. And yet you do for some reason. Half the time, critical race theory is literally just like, it's just like whatever the fuck these people have decided critical race theory is. You think they're teaching critical race theory, like actual critical race theory, in fucking, in like elementary school? What are you, stupid? That's why I'm having this like broader conversation over it. CRT is just a bullshit introductory, like it's not even an introductory, but like it's like a college course for the most part. That's the most you're ever going to see critical race theory or anything like that, or anything that resembles it. Okay? And ultimately, it is not good. Like, it's not actually educating anybody on anything. It's just facts for the most part. But it's pretty much the worst possible way to, in my opinion, educate people, specifically white people, on white privilege and shit like that. Okay? It's just looking at, like, the racial dynamics between black people and white people and acknowledging that as a consequence of historical segregation, slavery, and all the things that I've talked about every single fucking day and continuously talk about every single fucking day as it pertains to race and black history, but described in a way that is a little bit infantilizing, a little bit patronizing, not patronizing, sorry, and weirdly like riddled with white guilt. Okay, that's it. I already acknowledged that there's systemic racism. I already acknowledged that there's systemic racism. You ignored my point. Like, claiming that it, like, demonizes white people or it's anti-white is idiotic. You know why it's idiotic? Because it's ineffective, okay? That's why. Because it's ultimately ineffective as fuck. I don't think that anyone, like, or at least the way it's like taught, or the way we see it in like Raytheon, you know, white male education seminars and shit. I don't think anyone that goes and watches that shit is like, oh wow, I recognize my whiteness now. No, critical race theory is a in the way that it's like used in these corporations, is simply a way to churn out motherfuckers who will still be racist as fuck, but at least know better and won't, like, you know, they'll put a black square on Instagram for Black Lives Matter. That's it. That's what that's what it is. That's why I say it's like ineffective. Or at least the way that we recognize what critical race theory is. You're talking about something that's not critical race theory and then attributing it to critical race theory. What? Because everything is critical race theory. Critical race theory is like critical race theory in the way that Republicans understand it, or the way that like the mainstream media fucking understands it and comprehends it, is like the edge shit that you see, the seminars that you hear about like acknowledging my whiteness and privilege. And also on top of that, literally everything that Republicans consider to be history that is accurate for the most part. Okay? I don't have a problem with it in any capacity. And it's also...
Everyone can agree
it's just whatever.
Bad, but
like,
when we criticize that white group, no one says it's an attack on white people.
I literally started this conversation by talking about like what Republicans have decided critical race theory is. I'm just letting you know that like that's not what it actually is. It's critical race theory originally is a I think it's a term specifically created for criminal justice and racial disparities and the racial dynamic within the criminal justice system. But that's not what the fuck people are using it for, so I just have to like acknowledge that it's completely bastardized and incorrect now and talk about what Republicans are actually criticizing as critical race theory. Do you get what I'm saying? Actual CRT is definitely important in the legal context. That's not the context that Republicans talk about it, though. Yeah, there is no, like, absolutely zero people are, like, that's not being taught in, like, a fucking elementary school in Georgia. You know what I mean? So that's the Republican perspective, then. Not what CRT is, or am I missing it? It doesn't matter. Because they're using it as anything and everything. Huh. Anyway, let's keep watching.
All in favor, say aye.
Oh, by the way, the fucking main guy from the Manhattan Institute, which we've looked at before, has like openly admitted that this is the game. We have successfully frozen their brand, critical race theory, into the public conversation and are steadily driving up negative perceptions. We will eventually turn it toxic as we put all of the various cultural insanities under that brand category. The goal is to have the public read something crazy in the newspaper and immediately think critical race theory. We have decodified the term and will recodify it to annex the entire range of cultural constructions that are unpopular with Americans. That's literally like, this is one of the main dudes that works for the Manhattan Institute, that works for the think tank, that, you know, concocts new ways of creating like anti-SJW initiatives, basically. To actually, this guy gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Okay, this motherfucker who's like a Yale grad himself, you know, or I think he was a Georgetown grad. We looked up his background. Like, you know, he went into the Manhattan Institute as a think tank, and he gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to figure out new culture war issues that the Republican Party can get on board with. That's it. That's all it is. So beyond like the framework of analyzing criminal justice and like the racial disparities in criminal justice, critical race theory now is more broadly used as a framework to understand racial disparities in most parts of life. Okay, but even then, it is purely academic. Okay, this is like an academic concept. It has nothing to do with like. This is absolutely nothing to do with like what your fucking kids are learning in school. Okay? That's it. And it's not new to do something like this. It's not new to like disparage the actual. It's not new to disparage actual history and actual initiatives that seek to educate people. It's not new to do any of that. I mean, this is like what the Daughters of the Confederacy successfully did in the South, and that's why, depending on what school you go to in the South, like your understanding of the Confederacy is bastardized and whitewashed greatly. You know what I mean? Are you deliberately ignorant, or is it just a gifting? What? I'm confused by what you're... Please explain yourself. Anyway. So yeah, let's watch the rest.
Aye.
The State Board of Education unanimously passing a new rule, changing how history is taught in public schools. It bans critical race theory, which a UCF professor defines as a, quote, theoretical perspective and practice for examining the role of race and racism in society. Governor Ron DeSantis speaking in favor of the new rule, saying education needs to be grounded in facts.
Some of this stuff is, I think, really toxic. I think it's going to cause a lot of division.
Like what? Like what? And once again, it's fucking idiotic, dude. It is so idiotic. Especially because, like, what are you banning? Like, what are you upset about? Like that like, you know, systemic racism exists? That's it. That's what you're upset about. You don't want to fucking, you just... Always, dude. It's always the same with racists and conservatives in general. It's like the mere mention of racism existing in society is significantly worse than racism itself. Because they're privileged as fuck, okay? Maybe they should have gotten a little bit of critical race theory.
I think it'll cause people to think of themselves more as a member of a particular race or based on skin color. Rather than based on the content of their character and based on their hard work and what they're trying to accomplish in life.
At least 16 states are considering or signed into law bills that limit how schools frame American history. But News 6 learned most school districts in Central Florida don't teach critical race theory. Opponents chanting.
So, like, how do you explain slavery and segregation without, like, engaging in... How do you explain slavery, abolition of slavery, and then segregation without mentioning, like, skin color? If you are anti, like, the mere mention of skin color. Like, do you just say that, like, those black people were bad? They, like, happened to be bad, and that's why they were enslaved? Is that the content of their character, then? Like, is that what the argument is? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you describe history accurately without like mentioning the racial disparities, because racist people at the time, or white supremacists at the time, weren't like, you know, I'm judging you on the content of your character, brother, not the skin color. Like, it kind of was the heart of the whole like racism thing. Like, white supremacy is not like the one drop rule that is still in effect to this day, which is why Obama is not considered a white president, but Obama is considered a black president. Just remember that. Like, that wasn't on the one drop rule is about the content of your character, brother. Goddamn controversial. They'll be like, we need to keep these Confederate statues outside of courthouses that were built in like 1964 up because, you know, you're erasing history, while simultaneously being like, but we should erase history in the way that and tell it in a way that like makes the races look good.
And interrupting the meeting at one point, speaking out saying teachers should be allowed to teach the truth, including an 8th grader who says CRT needs to be in the classroom.
When people are too afraid to have the conversation, how will we ever progress? Teaching students about critical race theory takes away the fear factor and creates a safe space for conversation. If we know better, we do better.
And the State Department of Education is still finalizing the new education standards known as the BEST standards. They haven't been released yet, but will include foundational concepts in social studies, social sciences, and civics classes. Now, we are reaching out to all of our local teachers unions to get reaction to today's vote. We'll have the very latest coming up in my story at 5 o'clock. Live in the newsroom, Amanda Castro, Getting Results, News 6.
So, it's idiotic. It's idiotic as fuck because, like, it's being used as against everything. And now it's like a non-issue that has turned into something that is manufactured outrage that people are getting mad at. They don't know what it is. It's like when Republicans were like, I hate Obamacare. I hate Obamacare. But the ACA that allowed me to get my, you know, 26-year-old under my healthcare coverage, that's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. I do have a pre-existing condition, and now that my insurance company can't deny me coverage, I like that. But I hate Obamacare. Obama. Like, oh, okay. It's good that you hate Obamacare while simultaneously preaching all the things that happened in Obamacare. That's nice.
Critical race theory. Our ABC Action News in-depth reporter Anthony Hill is digging deeper into this topic and how it became popularized.
Critical race theory has become a hot and divisive topic. And with all the misinformation, it's made it more difficult to engage in dialogue and healthy debate on how we educate students from our nation's history to current social disparities. I spoke with several education experts to explain what it is and how it would theoretically look in the classroom.
I think there's a good deal of misunderstandings of critical race theory and how it's applied.
So what is critical race theory? Many scholars define it as a framework to help explain how and why racial inequities still exist in our society.
Often people think about racism as individual acts of bias or bigotry, but really CRT helps us understand the ways that racism is a system.
Proponents of critical race.
That's why they're mad, because it's like, it's the truth. It's making blacks look oppressed. Hey guys, the black understander has logged on. Are you guys ready? Oh, fuck. What happened? We missed them. Did someone ban them? Dude, come on. I was reading their take, Fizz. God damn, you're quick. It's making blacks look oppressed and that they can't make it out there in the world because of a certain race, dude. Oh, that's already like very clearly a fucking baiter. Okay, got it. That's why they got clapped. Do you support CTR? China is getting ready for a nuclear war with America. What the fuck? What? Jews are the ones that are supposed to lead, guide, direct us? Okay. Well, now I don't feel too bad clapping this dude. Anyway, it's because of institutional things within the structure of America which causes this imbalance, combined with Americans who are racist. Anyway, they're more afraid of CRT being taught lazily or abusively, but most people are okay with a historically grounded, quantified academic CRT. Yeah, dude. You're right. Every fucking hog that I ever have seen is always like, I want to make sure that CRT's not being taught lazily or abusively. They rob it of the class perspective oftentimes, and that dynamic is a fundamental part of intersectionality, brother. I want historically grounded, quantified academic critical race theory, and not actually the whitewashed pro-capitalist version that is simply a distraction from the class consciousness that could be bred amongst our younger generation. I want dialectical materialism, brother. That's what they're saying. I mean, dude, everyone always is saying that. Finally, somebody gets me. Yeah. I'm sick of this heteronormative white, Western heliocentric patriarchal constructs being taught in our school. But my anger of this issue resides around not including a dialectical materialist perspective. Okay.
Race theory argue that that system has lasting effects and impacts the lives of people of color today.
We don't want to just tell certain aspects of history. We want to be able to tell all aspects of history so that our children are coming out of the school systems, K through 12, with a deeper understanding of what society is, what it was, and how to move forward, how we can make it even better.
Whoa, calm down there, buddy. They don't even know half the words you just said even means. Don't worry about it.
Critical race theory was started back in the 1970s by legal scholars and activists as a way of examining laws and power structures through the lens of race.
And acknowledge
How dare you?
That there are different outcomes for different people, and that perhaps justice is not blind.
Just so you know, the Discord notification never sent. Let's check in with the Discord here, brother. What the fuck's going on here? I mean, everybody in the Discord already knows, but I don't know if you're correct or not. Let's see. Wait. Is it HasanAbi updates? I don't even know where the fuck it is. No, Kuro sent it. Yeah, at 10:57. He did. He already did, brother. You're fucking wrong. Why is your chat so toxic? Sometimes people need to chill. I don't understand it. Why are we teaching middle schoolers this? First of all, like, depending on what we're talking about, I think educating middle schoolers on systemic racism is absolutely a good thing. Why the fuck would you not? Like, that's so dumb. Like, what is this, like, shielding children from history mentality? Like, what kind of weird puritanical idiotic take is this? Like, oh man, I don't want middle schoolers to learn about our history.
It's made its way into different academic disciplines as one of the many lenses used to critically analyze society. Critical race theory is not taught as an actual subject in K through 12 classrooms. However, proponents would like to see it used as one of the ways to teach history and civics.
We want our teachers, we want our school leaders to be able to look at phenomena through different lenses.
One of the concerns is that looking at history through the lens of critical race theory would have a detrimental effect on white children and portrays white people as inherently racist.
Teaching kids to hate their country.
Like, that's the shit I don't understand. Like, and this plays so well. It's like, no, they're not fucking saying, like, that's not true. I know people are fucking saying, like, based, it is true, white people are inherently racist, all this shit, but, like, that's not what fucking critical race theory is, or that's not how it's being taught. And in the edge cases that we do see it as being taught like that to, like, adults or whatever, that's not even fucking critical race theory. And beyond that, that's idiotic and also ineffective. Does every Republican just mindlessly dismiss systemic racism? Yes.
And to hate each other is not worth one red cent.
That's not the purpose of critical race theory. It's really the opposite, you know, to help us to be.
What the fuck do you think middle school kids will think? Dude, are you fucking stupid? I mean, yes, you are stupid. If you think that, like, talking about systemic racism, the middle schoolers is going to automatically mean, like, white bad, black good, or some fucking idiotic thing, then, like, maybe you should go back to middle school and learn a little bit of critical race theory. Because the counter to this always is just like, let's not talk about history. That's what it is. This moral panic about CRT was always about white people not wanting to be uncomfortable for a minute and self-reflect on their place in society and history. Are you going to watch the game show today? What game show? What?
Be more inclusive, to help us to be more empathic, to help us to analyze, to be able to look at phenomena.
There's a reason why motherfuckers come in here and go, oh my God. Like, I was alt-right as fuck. I was a total fucking reactionary shithead. Or I was just a delusional liberal. And I've learned more about, like, the history of racism and white supremacy interwoven into the fabric of American society. I learned more about that here than I ever did in, like, 20 years of education. Because this shit's not taught in schools. Okay? That's it. That's pretty much, that's the reason why people are like, what? I didn't know about, you know, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about that. Like, because people don't teach it.
Daddy.
Father destroys critical race theory in heartwarming video with daughter. Oh, God.
With a critical eye.
Another concern is that it will divide students based on race.
If anything, it actually brings them closer together. It actually allows them to communicate with one another.
Proponents of critical race theory argue that how we currently teach American history lacks depth.
Can you imagine if they made this same argument about, like, World War II and Nazis? I mean, I guess if we allowed Republicans to go buck wild, you know, some of them would literally make that argument. Like, 2016 was a weird time when I feel like they almost felt like they could make that argument. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's weird to just, like, it's weird to have a situation where you're just like, I'm sorry, you're really not showcasing the humanity of Nazis when you're talking about World War II. Like, the dehumanizing terms that you use against Nazis is very divisive. Like, I talk about how it's not wise to ascribe normative values to history, with two exceptions, okay? When you're talking about history, oftentimes, like, you're not supposed to, you know, say, like, well, this was a bad thing to do by today's standards. This is a good thing to do by today's standards. Like, unless you're specifically explaining it as a good or bad thing. Usually most historians don't do that though, right? But the two exceptions are fucking slavery and Nazis, okay? That's it. Those are literally the two exceptions. So Republicans are like, we want to take away one of those exceptions, please. Are you watching the turkey? See, I told you guys. Didn't I tell you? Did I not tell you that fucking chat was going to be hella annoying about the Turkey versus Italy game? Can you just state for the chat that you don't give a fuck about soccer or this Euro soccer shit so I can clip it and ship it to every fucking loser spamming about soccer matches? Yes. I do not give a single shred of a fuck about soccer, football. I don't care. I don't care that Italy's playing against Turkey. I literally do not care. I do not care at all, dude. Okay? So chill out. Please stop fucking spamming the chat. What I do care about, however, is the top of the hour ad break that's coming right now. And I care about if you would like, I care about telling you that if you'd like to avoid those ads, or if you want to support the show in general, you can subscribe. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or you can use an ad blocker or a VPN to try to avoid the ads. I don't know which ones work, but you know, they're out there. So here's the 1 minute ad break now.
And doesn't exactly teach all of our history. Opponents argue that it could create racial divide between students in the classroom. In Tampa, I'm in-depth reporter Anthony Hill, ABC Action News.
Why was that so dramatic in the end?
Teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and
Dude, dude, this is my least favorite kind of video. Like, okay, listen. I'm going to say this. Maybe some people are going to get mad, but I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. First of all, like, no one is the representative of all black people, okay? Like, black people are also capable of being very fucking stupid about issues. They're also capable of being very conservative. Like, just because someone is like a black father and I agree with what he's saying does not mean that he's correct. Okay? God, Sky News. Jesus Christ. No, sorry, I'm wrong. This is the CEO of all black people.
it doesn't matter if you're black or white or any color.
Doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, yellow. Right?
Why is it that like videos that pop off like this are always made by dudes who have like, who just exude this like multi-level marketing energy? I don't know how to describe it. Okay. But like, I know for a fact that this dude is into some MLM shit. Okay. Straight up. It's always like, man, all my losses were lessons. And also, I'm a fucking lion, dude. I'm a lion. And I don't care about the opinions of sheep. Like that's, it's literally, it's always like, it's always coming from like hustle Instagram.
Black. And how we treat people is based on who they are and not what color they are.
And if they're nice and smart.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that. Not with my children. It's not gonna happen. My baby's gonna know that no matter what she wants to be in life, all she has to do is work hard, and she can become that.
Work hard, even though.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy that like you know, black people learn about the legacy of slavery, and then automatically they're like, oh fuck, I can't be anything now. You've robbed me of my interest in succeeding. This dude is definitely like, he 100% has like a hustle Instagram account. 100%.
Oh, you don't know anyone. You can make friends.
Yeah, you can make friends no matter what color they are. So we need to stop CRT. Period. Point blank. Children do not see skin color, man. They love everybody. If they're good people, they love them.
We pray for people that are hurt.
That wasn't even that good. Like, you only said that's good because it's a black dude and his daughter. Like, you literally exclusively said this is a good dismantling of critical race theory because it's a black dude saying critical race theory is bad. Straight up, dude. That was not a destruction at all. He just said, like, what did he address? He addressed nothing. He just said critical race theory is bad, and I'm not going to teach my daughter that. And conservatives were like, hell yeah, brother. You fucking tell him. If I see you in my neighborhood, property values are going down, so stay the fuck out. But also, I'm with you. Just stay far away. But I'm with you, brother. Won't give you a loan, but I'm with you. You're one of the good ones. You know? A heartwarming video has gone viral. It's super heartwarming. Critical race theory originated in the 1980s and argues that traditional liberal-based policies towards combating racism is not effective. Okay. Argues that racism and the history of slavery is embedded within all aspects of American life. I mean, literally true. Okay. The practice has been criticized. It argues racism is so pervasive and insidious, white people may not be aware of how the society benefits them. Also literally true. Like, the same motherfuckers who are like critical race theory is bad also argue against this. Like, it argues that racism is so pervasive and insidious, white people may not be aware of how society benefits. The entire argument revolving around critical race theory is that, like, white people shouldn't learn that they might have privileges based on, like, you know, historical context. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, you're kind of proving the point, you know what I mean? Like, and also, I know that there's, like, new people in here, so I'm just going to briefly go over this one more time. White privilege does not mean, like, that a white homeless person is more privileged than a black billionaire woman Oprah, okay? That's not what white privilege is. So don't be a fucking idiot, all right? It just means that in similar economic and similar socioeconomic conditions, a white person is going to have an upper hand than a black person. And the reason for that is because of generational segregation, or the generational setbacks that black people have been subjected to. First, because they were ripped away from their fucking culture and robbed of their ethnicity and identities and treated as slaves and as subhumans for a very long time. And then also segregated. And that segregation still continues to this day, right? So, sorry, but not always? What? What do you mean? White privilege simply means that you are not going to be discriminated against on the basis of your skin color. Like, if you are white, no one is going to be like, oh, you're a white person, like, fuck you. And that doesn't mean, like, someone is discriminating against, or someone is being, like, annoying to you because they're like, you're a white person, sit down, like, I don't want to hear you. Like, that's not systemic discrimination, okay? That's someone being ridiculous. Chill the fuck out. It's not like a job opportunity that, like, you were passed on, or multiple job opportunities you were passed on. I know that there is a lot of white people who are going to say, no, actually these diversity initiatives are the reason why I'm getting passed on. No, that's not what's happening. It's ironically anti-white. They're basically saying that white people are too big of pussies to be able to handle or acknowledge their own privilege or history, which is also kind of true. I mean, yeah, it's heartwarming. The practice has been criticized by conservatives and even some liberals. Segregation happens today. Okay. The simplest way to describe it is, if I took all of your money away from you, okay? If I took all of your money away from you, if I took your humanity away, and then I enslaved you for 100 years, and then there was a big war that I fought and lost over continuing to enslave you, in 100 years and like the next of kin, I rape you, I fucking enslave you, and then, you know, your children, I rape them too. I fucking use them as you know, non-human entities of production. I sell you. And then I lose the war. And then I still decide, like, you know what? Actually, yeah, you're still fucked up and you're still bad. I'm going to use you as a way to make sure that, like, you know, poor white people don't feel as bad about their situation, because ultimately there will still be someone that's better off than you. Okay? So you're 100 years in already. You're like 100 years in. You've taken like 100 years of not being treated as a human being. Then in the aftermath of abolition, in the Reconstruction era, I decide like you're still a second-class citizen, and I push you into ghettos. I purposely don't allow you to, like, you know, frequent the same establishments. I don't let you go to the same schools. That's another 100 years. Okay? That's another 100 years of that. And then what? Like, do you think automatically shit's going to be fine? Just because, like, segregation has been eliminated? Do you not recognize that, like, there is still a historical significance there? Like, you and your family have been enslaved and also segregated against and discriminated against systemically for 2 centuries. What the fuck are you going to do? How are you going to recover from that? Magically. And even then, even in the aftermath of that, there's still motherfuckers who are like, no. I don't want to admit that any of this even happened. Like, there's people fighting you in positions of power every step of the way. All of these institutions are designed in a way to make sure that, like, you stay in that subjugated position. I don't give money to your schools. I push you off into areas. I don't allow you to purchase homes in my neighborhood. Okay? I don't allow your children to purchase homes in my neighborhood. I don't give you loans. I don't give you the same opportunities. I take away opportunities from you, even if you're engaging in the same kind of action that I'm engaging in and my children are engaging in. How do you expect there to be, like, equality after that? How do you expect people to just be like, lift yourself up by your bootstraps while you're constantly kicking motherfuckers in the moment that they're trying to lift themselves up by their bootstraps? I take money from your pocket in the form of taxes and then literally pay a dude in a nicer neighborhood 3 blocks down to come into your neighborhood with the guns that you paid for and kill you. That money could have gone to your community and your schools, but instead it went to the literal pockets of some fucking racist asshole, okay, with a chip on his shoulder, who then comes into your fucking neighborhood with guns and kills you and treats you like a fucking criminal, like an occupier. It's just wild. It actually is, like, remarkably wild that people refuse to recognize that. Like, dude, you get fucking traumatized when people say some shit to you and you think about that for like a year. You think about, like, an awkward interaction that you had for like a week at least. How do you think generations of systemic discrimination that was legalized, that people still low-key kind of agree with, and the legacy of that discrimination that still permeates through all of our institutions, like, how do you deal with that when motherfuckers still refuse to admit that it happened to begin with, or do everything to stop it from being to stop children from learning about it? Now, I'm not one of those people that's like, you know, oh God, you need to apologize for your whiteness. I mean, you know, I I yell at black people quite frequently on this broadcast. My longtime black subscribers and community members, they routinely yell at me for, you know, speaking over people of color. all the time. I'm not in the business of like treating people differently in any way, shape, or form. I'm also not expecting white people to be like, I'm so sorry for slavery, and like infantilize black people and otherize them and like walk up to them. I think that Michael Che actually had a really good take on this, unironically on his show. I have black friends. I did not say that. I mean, I do, but that's not what I was saying at all. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyway. So as I was saying, I bash on black people too. Oh, white? Yes. I mean, if someone is being fucking stupid or if someone is being ridiculous, like I'm not gonna hold back. Anyway. As I was talking about though, like this notion that you need to engage in like performative allyship by going in this like incredibly aesthetic focused, overcorrective, like I'm going to polish your shoes, black person, I'm so sorry for racism, is again, weird as fuck and not helpful even remotely. And absolutely zero people consider you to be like a good ally. Okay? Like black people think that that's funny as fuck. And other white people look at you and say that that's ridiculous as well. No one is expecting you to do this. Okay? Just acknowledge that systemic racism is real. Like, recognize it. Try to educate others. And advocate for solutions instead of getting in the way of it. You get dream stands and overcorrective chatters if you teach CRT too early, like other complex topics. Isn't it better taught in high school and college? What? No, you don't. What? You think critical race theory is being taught right now in elementary schools and that's why we have dream stands, dumbass? No, they have access to the internet and Tumblr, and that's what fucking created this like incredibly rad lib way of doing political activism or slacktivism on the internet. I am trans and it's Pride Month. It's a shame you are not showing support for us. What about trans rights, bro? Talk about Pride Month. It's a shame. What? Are you lost, chatter? What's wrong with you? It's got to be bait, right? It's a troll, right? There's no shot. What the fuck? Chatter doesn't know I donate to the LG. All right, let's keep going. Republican legislature across the country have passed bills banning schools from teaching CRT. Students should not be asked to examine their whiteness or check their privilege. Critical race theory is race-based Marxism. What? Dude, they're literally showing like Jack Posobiec tweets, dude. These guys are so stupid. Critical race theory has no place in our country. Many users on Twitter have praised the young father for the message he's sending to his daughter. Dinesh D'Souza loved this father, setting a wonderful example for a future generation. Dude, what is this? This entire article, this entire video is like agitprop, like super hardline. Yes, here, how leftist critical race theory poisons our discussion of racism. Did you just send me a heritage.org article? Like, are you okay? CRT is literally racist? Why? People are so fucking strange, dude. Like, acknowledging systemic racism does not mean that you're racist. As a matter of fact, avoiding or denying the existence of systemic racism is actually racist.
Teach our kids. So watch this video with this black father telling his daughter what is really good in the world. Check this out.
Daddy teaches you can be.
Okay, I'm not gonna rewatch this fucking dumbass and his stupid fucking video, dude. This video was dog shit. Oh my god, it was so bad. Anyway, okay. So critical race theory is racist because it occasionally makes some white people feel bad. Fucking define it, Pepega chatters. Fucking define it. What? Yeah. Going forward, I want people who are like critical race theory is racist to explain to me why it's bad or racist. Okay. Like, no more of this. Like, it's bad because it's bad. Fuck you. Fucks with white kids, the fuck did they do? Why does it fuck with white kids, dude? Are you fucking stupid? I talk about, listen, you come into my chat every fucking day. Some of you are young. Do you feel a sense of shame and burden every fucking day for your whiteness? Now, obviously the trolls are going to say yes, but like, it's basically what I fucking describe to you in the terms that I use whenever I talk about systemic racism. I just did earlier. Like, the legacy of slavery and how it still is a fundamental part of like American societal development. Does that make you feel hurt and shame? Like, this is so fucking stupid. You didn't do it. You have no way. Like, do you have a time machine, dude? Can you go back and like, you know, defeat your grandfather? No. So shut the fuck up. The only thing you can do is, you know, not engage in that same kind of white supremacist rhetoric and you know, make a better future. It's so stupid. Like, why do you feel guilty? It's like, you don't have to take ownership of this. You know that, right? Like, no one is asking you to defend, like, white supremacy. Anyway, so we are going to, and oh, by the way, like, the thing I was gonna say is, fucking my brain, dude. It's literally just melted at this point. Oh, what I was gonna say is like, if you do feel a sense of shame for being white, like, stop being delusional, okay? Idiot. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that. You are literally the one invoking guilt in the white people in this chat, then ask why you feel guilty. I'm white. I don't feel guilty. Why do you? You should feel guilty if you're still defending white supremacy. You should feel worse things than just guilt. But like, when I fucking talk about systemic racism and you immediately go, oh my God, I feel fucking guilty. You're invoking guilt by bringing up systemic racism. Like, well, you're a fucking idiot then. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you. You just stop being stupid.
Congresswoman Ilhan Omar setting off a round of Democratic infighting after appearing to compare the U.S. and Israel to Hamas and Taliban. She's now walked back some of her statements to a degree. Here to react, New York Congressman, member of the House Foreign Relations Committee himself, the co-chair of the House GOP Israel Caucus, who's running for governor of New York, Lee Zeldin. Congressman, first things first. She's on the Foreign Relations Committee. She thinks Hamas and the Taliban and the U.S. and Israel are equitable, are equal, and are comparable. Where do you go from here with this statement?
He just looks like Mark Zuckerberg that got like slapped in the face. Okay. Where do we go from this statement that is like literally true? Like, how do we deal with this actually true fucking statement? Like, it's true in the lighter way that Ilhan Omar mentioned it, which is like any act of aggression against civilians should be treated with the equal amount of scrutiny, regardless of whether a state actor or an ally is engaging in it. Okay, so that's one. That's what Ilhan Omar said, and it is true. It's literally fucking true. You fucking idiot. It's not equitable in the slightest. You are correct. It is not equitable in the sense that America is significantly better at doing terror than Hamas or the Taliban. Like, these motherfuckers could not imagine this kind of terror like that America does on a daily basis. So many more bodies, dude. Are you kidding me? So many fucking more bodies. So yes, you are correct. It is literally not equitable. Imagine thinking like a bunch of fucking pedophile goat herders are capable of destabilizing nearly every goddamn country in Latin America. Like, could you imagine just how psychotic you have to be like, the Taliban's worse than America, brother? Like, what, really? Worse than America? Really? Wow. It's crazy. Just wait till you find out what we did with the Taliban originally and how, like, what kind of role we played, America played in the development of the Taliban. Just saying, like, there is nothing. It's incomprehensible. Okay.
It's not comparable, and we need to see more Democrats in Congress speaking out. We need Speaker Pelosi to remove her from the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Ilhan Omar shouldn't have been appointed to this committee in the first place. And this isn't some clean slate going into this. Ilhan Omar has, in the past, in addition to all of her anti-Semitic remarks that she's made, she's blamed U.S. foreign policy for the al-Shabaab attack in Kenya. She's blamed U.S. foreign policy for the suffering of the Venezuelan people, not blaming...
Wait, what? Why is that even remotely controversial? Like, bro, if U.S. foreign policy is just so innocuous, okay, and is just kind of there as a suggestion, then lift the sanctions. Allow foreign capital to flow into Venezuela. See what happens to their economy. If it's insignificant and otherwise like not damaging at all, why is the United States very aggressively imposing sanctions upon Iran and Venezuela? And like completely shutting off the rest of the global marketplace from ever engaging with them and ever dealing with them. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's just like, come on. The United States did nothing.
Maduro, she once requested leniency for ISIS fighters to a judge. Why would she even be appointed to this committee in the first place is my question. We all know that if Ilhan Omar was a Republican, Pelosi would be the one leading the fight to hold her accountable. Big time double standard here.
First of all, absolutely not. I think Pelosi probably would be nicer to her if she was a Republican, okay? Democrats love sucking up to Republicans. And secondly, Pelosi's literally leading the fight against Ilhan Omar right now. So what delusional world are these fucking idiots living in? This makes no sense. Like, what do you want? What more do you want from Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats in charge?
It's good that some Democrats are starting to speak up a bit, but there needs to be a vote on her removal from that committee if they're not going to do it on their own.
So can you do it from the minority position?
There is a mechanism for bringing up a privilege resolution on the floor of the House. Hopefully that's something that gets done, and that would force a vote. It'd be interesting to see if these Democrats who are willing to say some stuff publicly would be then voting to protect her, to keep her on the committee. It's time for her to account and to throw her off that committee. By the way, that's the least of the consequences here. And this doesn't, one thing that she likes to say in defense, she starts likes using her biographical, demographical information as her defense. This has nothing to do with religion, ethnicity.
That's so strange because there's a white lady in the district across the fucking river from Ilhan Omar that never gets this kind of coverage. It's so odd. She's been defending Palestinians since 2001 using similar rhetoric. And yet no one fucking cares or talks about her like this. It's so odd. What do you guys think that's about? I wonder what the reason is. I mean, no one has ever been like Betty McCollum deserves to be murdered in the same way that like fucking everybody shits on Ilhan Omar. What's up? What's up with that? I wonder what it is. It's just so weird, dude. It's just, it must be a fucking pure coincidence that people don't get upset at Betty McCollum because she doesn't support Medicare for all. What? I mean, here it is. McCollum introduces historic legislation defending the human rights of Palestinian children and families living under Israeli Military Occupation Act. And by the way, she's been doing this. She's been doing this for a long ass time too. It's not even new. Like, I wonder where that comes from. A mystery. I guess we will never know. Anyway.
Ethnicity, race, gender, political party. This has to do with her as a member of Congress putting out all this anti-American propaganda. There should be a very heavy political price to be paid.
You know, there's a theory that when you're a first-generation American, you're the most appreciative American. You've studied the citizenship. You worked hard to get it. It's not easy. Doesn't seem to be the case with her.
So the other part about this that I'm disgusted by, there was another video from another Fox News commentator, which always is like, know your fucking place, like you're a refugee. You know what I mean? They always have this kind of attitude towards her, and it makes me so mad. Like, dude, you're literally a monkey in a suit that churns out Republican talking points for geriatric racist fucks, okay? She's a congressperson. Know your fucking place, you pathetic filth, okay? You are nothing. You are, as normally, your footprint on American society is as significant as the dog shit I stepped on. Okay? How dare you? How dare you behave this way? How dare you fucking say that a person who overcame, like, literally being a fucking refugee in Somalia, that came to America and became a congressperson, is just like supposed to demonstrate how much she appreciates America. What have you done, motherfucker? She fought hard to be here and is doing her fucking job. You haven't done dick. You just crawled out of your ugly ass mother's pussy, and now you just sit and fucking yap all goddamn day. Taking ownership over, like, appreciating America. What is this? What is this fucking attitude? I just makes me so mad, dude. It makes me so fucking mad, dude. Seriously. It's like, why don't you appreciate America? Like, fuck you, asshole. She is appreciating America. She's showing her fucking appreciation by not engaging in the blind patriotism that you're demonstrating to, like, these nationalistic and otherwise white supremacist attitudes. You said it wouldn't get heavy today? Yeah, I lied, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you should. It's a non-starter, the idea of comparing the United States to a terrorist organization, especially a member of Congress or people close to Congress. But it's outrageous even if any American who's not anything to do with politics anywhere in this country were out there speaking out like this. So, Ilhan Omar is someone's, there's a lot of people following her, and they look to her as their leader. And this is something that if you don't confront it, it's going to get worse.
Why?
By the way, in case you think she's losing support from the squad, forget it. Rashida Tlaib.
Why would she lose support from the squad? Why should she lose support? She didn't say anything wrong. Like, just explain why what she's saying is wrong. They never talk about it. They just only talk about, like, the impact that they think Ilhan Omar should get. The consequences that Ilhan Omar should face. And that comes from a place of profound privilege where they're just like, we don't even need to talk about it. She's just a fucking Muslim lady with a hijab who's a refugee. You should know your fucking place. And then they move on. Like, it's crazy. Why are we not even engaging in a conversation about, like, why what she said is, like, disastrous or some shit? Like, no. He literally just said, know your fucking place, and then moved on to, like, I can't believe people are not upset at her about this. That blows my mind. Like, that's so fucking insane, dude. Like, that's nuts.
Speech doesn't exist for Muslim women. The benefit of the doubt doesn't exist for Muslim women. AOC, pretty sick and tired of the constant vilification, intentional mischaracterization, and public targeting of Ilhan Omar, Cori Bush, Jamal Brown, all of them part of the so-called squad. So they do not have leverage. The Pelosi bunch does not have leverage. They lose the squad, they basically lose the majority. They're not going to get anything passed. So I wouldn't hold your breath, Congressman. They're not going to rattle her cage anymore, it doesn't seem. Appreciate you.
Why would they do that? Like, why should they do that? It's so fucking stupid, dude. Ryan Grimm had a really good debate on Rising. No, I'm not going to watch that. It's, like, so stupid. We already watched, like, parts about it, okay? I mean, Ryan fucking absolutely destroyed the conservative lady on the new Hill. We watched the best parts already. Anyway, trying to, like, trying to get Ilhan Omar off the Foreign Affairs Committee is fucking disgusting to me. Like, yeah, he said Jamal Brown instead of Bowman. Like, get over it, okay? Yeah, they're fucking racist as shit. He fucked up the dude's last name. I don't care about that as much as I care about, like, literally the rest of these, the rest of this fucking video, okay? God damn, dude, you guys will latch on to, like, all the weirdest shit. Anyway, so, I mean, I've talked about this a lot yesterday. It's just, it's not only disgusting that Republicans are doing this, but also it's additionally disgusting that Democrats are allowing this to happen by not immediately rushing to defend Ilhan Omar's accurate and truthful statements, okay? Absolutely disgusting to me. Straight up. This is absolutely the hill Zuck clone wants to end on, but he started decomposing a decade. What? Anyway, the other one was fuck. There was another Fox News person. I'm trying to find it. That like even said like, why don't you show a little appreciation when referencing Ilhan Omar? And it made me lose my mind. I'm trying to figure out who it was. That was from yesterday. I need to find that other one. Like, it was so disgusting, dude. I'm trying to figure out who it was. 1 second. No, it wasn't Tom Cotton. It was a Fox News commentator. that I'm trying to find. Rubio said that a while ago. No, they say that shit all the time, but it wasn't Tucker Carlson. No, it's the dude with the white hair. Let me see if I can find it. Was this it? Oh yeah, Bill Hemmer. This fucking asshole,
dude.
So
much support for
this letter. It's unbearable.
But she has so much support too. Call for number 6. Rashida Tlaib sent this out. Freedom of speech doesn't exist for Muslim women in Congress, she writes. The benefit of the doubt doesn't exist for Muslim women. House Democratic leadership should be ashamed of its relentless, exclusive tone policing of Congresswomen of color. She talked about the United States in comparison with the Taliban. You know what the Taliban did to women in Afghanistan? This is reprehensible.
Yeah. America, on the other hand, is, of course, very good to the women in Afghanistan. I mean, like, when I think about, like, women's liberation, I think about bombing the fuck out of women and killing their children and themselves and even raping from time to time, you know, in our endless efforts to destabilize and destroy a region. That's what I think of as, like, the good kind of raping and pillaging and bombing, because we're doing it. You know, problem solved. When we do it in a civil way, because we slap, I guess, like pride flags on those bombs. Dude, what are you talking about? America has been a leading force for women's liberation from this mortal coil? Yeah, like by murdering them. You know what I mean? Or also funding and training the Taliban originally. You know, that too.
Ilhan Omar, she was born in Somalia, raised in a refugee camp in Kenya, came to the United States, I think, at the age of 9. Can she ever fly the flag maybe just once for us?
That is something that I and many other motherfuckers like me who are either Muslim or who are either like foreigners or immigrants or are first-generation immigrants have heard so many fucking times for speaking, in his eyes, out of turn about America. I hear this shit every fucking day in my chat. I've heard this shit my entire life. I'm numb to it. I don't give a fuck. But it triggers the fuck out of me. That's why I said, like, what did you do? What do you mean, us? What kind of hardships did you endure? You just crawled out of your mother's disgusting pussy, okay? You fucking piece of shit. And now you just have ownership over all this? You're going to tell me how to love America? Loving America means you can't criticize it? You can't make it better? You dumb fuck? Dumbass, dude. This shit makes me so mad, dude. It just makes me so incredibly fucking mad. Ilhan Omar has worked a million times harder than this monkey in a fucking suit to be here and does more for America by being a fucking congressperson that literally speaks truth about American imperialism and puts her fucking life on the line every goddamn day. She has more patriotism in her fucking pinky than this dipshit has in his entire body and his entire life. Okay? It just makes me so angry whenever I see these fucking assholes have this kind of attitude.
Yeah, maybe a little at this letter.
Yeah, maybe a little. Dumbass, dude. Why don't you fly our flag for once? Now, why don't you overlook the atrocities that we engage in? Is that what fucking flying our flag is, by the way? Is that what it should be? Is that what patriotism is? Patriotism is when you fucking, overlook America's crimes and the more you overlook it, the more patriotic you are. Shut the fuck up, assholes. This is just like when Donald Trump said, "Go back to your own country," to Ilhan Omar, who is a refugee, Rashid Tlaib, who's an American citizen of Palestinian descent, and AOC, whose fucking family has been American for longer than Donald Trump's family has. How do you live with that? How do you get away with saying some shit like that? Just in general. But it also is a self-report on the white supremacist attitude. Like, if you're of German descent, it doesn't matter if you're like 2 generations in or 3 generations in. You're more American than a fucking brown person who's been here for 10 generations. You know? That's what you're basically saying. You're saying white equals American. White is right, brother. God damn, dude. God fucking damn. That's why these idiots will tell fucking Native Americans, like, go back to your own country. Trump's Justice Department reportedly seized data from, yeah, this is a big story. I don't really care. Another fucking Florida shooting. Masks don't seem to stifle men catcalling women. Let's take a look.
A number of women have said a perk to wearing masks in public is that it silences some of those annoying catcalls from guys, but doesn't really make a difference. Lisa Guerrero has our Inside Edition catcall mask test.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Catcalling. It's a hassle women face every day.
That guy just came up to me and said, "Oh my God."
Guys commenting on their looks while they walk down the street.
So we got to wondering, with women wearing masks these days because of the pandemic, would that silence all of those unwanted compliments?
We asked model Sabrina Jafarovich to help us out with a little test. With me and my crew keeping a watchful eye, Sabrina first went out for a stroll without a mask.
This is so fucking stupid because, like, what you're wearing has nothing to do with men being horny and inappropriate and fucked up. Like, why in the ever-loving fuck would your outfit or like with whatever the fuck you're wearing change misogynist being fucking shitty? You know what I mean?
Mask. Right away, it started.
Sometimes it intimidates women on the street if a man says something like that to her. Do you understand?
I didn't realize that, to be honest with you.
Then he apologized.
If I made her feel uncomfortable, I apologize.
It's kind of like a disturbing feeling because I don't feel safe and I don't feel comfortable.
But will it make a difference if Sabrina wears a mask?
Within a matter of minutes, it started up again.
You're mad beautiful, baby girl.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
You're mad beautiful.
Did you see that pretty girl just a minute ago?
Yes, of course.
What did you say to her?
You're very beautiful, baby girl.
He told me that catcalling actually works for him.
I know, but I've done it plenty of times, guys, and listen,
So
it
you
works.
do this all the time?
9 out of 10, of course.
Have you ever gone out with somebody who whistled at you or catcalled you on the street?
Absolutely not. That would be the last guy I would ever go on a date with.
But of all the looks and catcalls Sabrina got while wearing her mask, this guy takes the cake.
In New York. Is that appropriate to do to a woman that you don't know on the street?
Yes, it is.
So we don't want a man commenting on our butt on the street.
So it looks like catcalls are something women will have to deal with, mask or no mask.
It just makes you have like the heebie-jeebies.
In New York.
You're happy he's out because now we don't have someone who thinks like this.
Right, exactly. Because Donald Trump, he just really...
Okay, we've fucking switched over to BooBoo Bennett real quick. Hold on. I am officially turning off my fucking Twitch notifications, dude. They are so insanely fucking annoying. But more importantly than Twitch notifications, what's actually the most annoying thing is... Don't turn your Twitch notifications off for me, by the way. You should definitely have them on for me. Turn it off for everybody else. Fucking Instagram, dude. Instagram live notifications need to be completely fucking shut off. Because at least with Twitch, at least with fucking Twitch, I'm like, oh, okay, this person is live. I'll click on it. Sometimes I'll actually watch it. I've never wanted to watch an Instagram live. Like, I've literally never, ever wanted to watch an Instagram live. Like, just stop. Please stop. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that, like, this person is going live with this other person. Like, it's so fucking stupid. I've never, ever wanted to see someone going live. Another thing I don't want to see is ads. But you have to see them at the top of the hour. Now, you don't want to see them, you can subscribe with a $5 subscription or with a Twitch Prime, which is free. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. There's many ways that you can no longer see the ads, okay? The reason why I'm running this earlier than the top of the hour is because I want an ad-free broadcasting experience for the rest of this video, okay? That's probably the reason. Dude, I haven't been here for 2 months and you already fucked me up about the ads. I like to go on long rants to give you a false sense of comfort that, like, I won't be doing an ad segue. And then go ahead and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Here's the ad now. Also, I'm going to fucking tweet out that I'm looking at a BooBoo Bennett video. No BooBoo Bennett vid. Check out this video a girl got of behind the scenes BooBoo.
I'm good. I'm good.
Can I come down with you?
Not Poopy Pants Bennett.
Why are TikToks so loud?
Day.
Of course, my dumb sister didn't realize who the FK she was speaking to.
So what happened? Like, this may be an unpopular take, but being complimented catcalls is not such a bad thing they make it out to be. Like, I would love to get compliments on the streets. Sure, some go too far, but saying, hey, you're beautiful is completely fine in my opinion. Okay, well, keep your opinion to yourself. Okay? How about that? Like, literally, so many women fucking talk about this all the time. Like, about how annoying it is and how fucking dehumanizing it is and how they don't want to constantly be fucking constantly be made to feel like they are an object to be an object of desire. Nobody wants that, okay? There's also a fear component there, like, what if I don't receive this properly and, like, anger the dude? You know what I mean? Is he going to come after me and fucking murder me? It's just so fucked up. I mean, you can't understand it because you're a dude for the most part and you feel safe. That is a privilege that we have. For sure. if you want to approach someone, don't fucking yell at them from afar like, hey, you're fucking hot. Just like treat them as a human being. It's literally not what catcalling is. Nobody is going to turn around and be like, I can't believe you approached a woman. Okay? If you are a normal fucking human being and you approach another person and do it in a kind way, then that's entirely different than like catcalling someone. Okay? Telling somebody they're beautiful, they have nice hair or eyes, what is wrong with that? What's wrong with that is it is an unwarranted initiation that you are fucking engaging in and locking someone into from afar. Hello, Hasan, I am approaching you to send me your shirt. It's not going to happen, dude. It's creepy as fuck, dude. Even when men are nice, when they approach you, if you reject them, they often drop that nice persona, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you want to fuck someone, dude, I promise you, fucking yelling at them from, like, across the fucking sidewalk or across the room about how fucking beautiful they are is the worst way to go about it. Okay? Nice generalization of all men there. Just letting you know you're not doing something positive. You're being fucking weird and you're being creepy. Don't do that shit. Okay? Women should be grateful I complimented them and also have sexy sex with me after. How dare you? Anyway. Brace yourself. The not all men Andes are coming. They always are coming. But what they fail to recognize is like, it's a bit of a self-report to be like, not all men. Okay, well, I'm a fucking guy and I'm telling you right now. So clearly, like, not all fucking men. Okay? You don't have to mention it to me. You feel me? Like, catcalling from the point of like the woman is already is bad enough. But if you can't comprehend it because you can never demonstrate empathy, you just can't practice it. You don't know what it's like. Then think about it from the point of view of like not accomplishing your goal. You know what I mean? Like, if your goal is to fuck that person, like, you're not gonna achieve it. If your goal is to simply say that this person is beautiful and compliment them, then you're not achieving it by literally yelling it across the fucking room. Okay? You're just being creepy and freaking that person out. That was my point on catcalling. Now, let's get to BooBoo Bennett, who pooped her pants.
He was the devil.
Yeah.
He was the devil.
And it's showing when he says things like this.
Yeah.
So the devil would say things like this.
Exactly.
Would you ever expect our current administration, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, to use this type of language when talking about people wanting to come into our country?
I love the premise of this video because, like, I fucking unfortunately agree with it. Like, and I have criticized Kamala Harris for her don't come here and her like anti-immigrant sentiment and attitudes. Okay, I've literally done this. So the premise of this video I unfortunately agree with.
country.
No, they wouldn't even do that.
Except now we know the behind the scenes because we watched that TikTok video where she like purposely was like, this is what Donald Trump said. This is what Donald Trump said. And that's kind of fucked up.
Caitlyn posted this status the other day on Facebook talking about the stuff that she believes in. I'm about to tell you guys why she's such a sellout. Oh, you believe in firearm ownership? That's funny, because the only reason you have a platform is because you took a picture with a gun that wasn't yours. Traditionalism? Caitlyn, there's nothing traditional about your husband holding a camera while you go harass people on a beach. Oh, you believe in gender roles? And the gender role that you push the most is that women belong in the kitchen? Then why don't you know how to cut a carrot? Oh, that's right, because you don't cook. Oh, you're anti-abortion, you say? I wonder how many abortions our dad paid for all of the women that he cheated on your mom with. Thank God for abortions, or your family might have just fallen apart. You're a fraud.
Is this actually BooBoo Bennett's sister? Or is this like fake? I've heard from people that this is like BooBoo Bennett's sister. It's her stepsister. It's actually her sister. Advice for all chatters. Advice for all chatters. Women like it a lot more when you approach them and say something normal like Hasan should beat the nameless king today. Half sister. She has proven it. Someone DM'd me saying that she wanted to talk to me. Actually, this person wanted to reach out and like maybe talk to me. I don't know if it's true or not.
You know what's funny is the first video that I posted that went viral and got us to where we are now wasn't even about Caitlyn. It was about our dad. I didn't start making videos about Caitlyn because I'm obsessed with her or because I'm chasing clout. Don't get me wrong, the clout is nice, so thank you, Caitlyn, for being a piece of shit. My account isn't just to bully Caitlyn or make fun of Caitlyn. My account is to bring a...
Dude, conservatives are such fragile babies, dude. Why are you making fun of our idol, Caitlyn BooBoo Bennett, for pooping her pants? How dare you? Like, dude, she literally made a career out of doing this. Like, this is her entire career, is like annoying people with a fucking camera. Like, what the fuck?
Awareness to everybody else how abusive and toxic that family is. It's not just Caitlyn, it's everybody in that family. My platform provides a safe space for people to be themselves. The videos that I make are to relate to other people that are in the same situation that I'm in. I make the videos I make because I want people to know that they're not alone and that they are.
Okay, I don't care about this. All right, kind of a cringe TikTok, but it's cool. All right,
they're classy people.
Yeah, they got more class than that. No.
So they wouldn't do that.
So I want you to read this headline from Politico.
Harris blunt message in Guatemala, do not come to the U.S. Oh, she said that?
Everything I just said was not Donald Trump. It was Kamala Harris.
Yeah, the point is that liberals are just as reactionary as fucking Republicans are. And that a lot of people are completely tapped out of politics. And that's why liberals can get away with how reactionary they can be at times when people are not paying attention. From BooBoo Bennett's point of view, she likes it, right? Like, she likes that Kamala said this, right? How many videos have BooBoo Bennett made, and how many videos have conservatives made about Kamala Harris being a Trojan horse for socialism in this country? Doesn't this completely showcase that and demonstrate that that was a lie? That, like, she is just as conservative as people like myself said she was going to be? Or is BooBoo Bennett saying that, like, she liked it when Donald Trump said this sort of stuff, but not when Kamala Harris says it? This is the concept that I fail to recognize. Like, she's posting this while simultaneously maintaining the position that, like, you know, Kamala Harris is bad. So what is it? Is Kamala Harris good?
Oh my God. Oh.
Show me the facts.
I'm
Right here.
sorry, Donald Trump.
Read that headline to me.
I don't like him either, but I apologize, sir.
No, Donald Trump said that too, so you don't have to apologize to him.
Did you guys hear what Donald Trump said about immigration the other day? Roll the tape.
You're going to see something right now. You don't have to listen. Please roll the video. Roll it.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
Well, excuse me, that wasn't Donald Trump. But we're going to tell people it is, and we're going to get their reaction when we unveil our secret. There was actually Kamala Harris who said those things about immigration. Let's go.
I'm gonna come. I love that video. And Kamala Harris is like, do not come. And then Donald Trump's like, I'm gonna come.
What's wrong? Oh, you don't like me? They voted for
Even the fucking birds are like, get the fuck out of here. You smell like shit. We don't want to be around you, dude.
Joe Biden. These little birds, whatever. Father's Day is coming up, guys, and I hate to break it to you, your dad doesn't want another tie. He wants a shirt from LHmerch.com.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, we did this.
I want to be clear to folks in the region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the U.S.-Mexico border. Do not come. The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
All I can say is Donald Trump. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
You took that to heart when I said uncensored.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big facts. Yes.
Yeah.
Capital
Okay.
F-U-C-K.
I want your reaction to these quotes from former President Donald Trump.
Oh, no.
Here's one more, and it's good. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur, but one of our priorities, we will discourage illegal migration.
To that, I say, Donald Trump.
Now, would you expect that to be said by any of our current administration, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris?
No.
Why do you think they wouldn't say something like that?
Because they have a brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. What if I told you these are quotes from Kamala Harris from yesterday?
Nice. What? Let me see.
Would you ever expect our current administration, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all those, would you expect them to have a message like this at all?
No. I mean, it shouldn't be that, like, violent and don't come, you know what I mean? I mean, if you meet the...
I mean, this is great. Like, to all the liberals who are, you know, finally realizing that, like, Kamala Harris is, you know, just as conservative, obviously not as conservative, but, like, pretty similar in their white nativist approach to immigration. Like, wouldn't this just make them more leftist? Like, isn't that what... I feel like BooBoo Bennett is once again doing, you know, the Lord's work over here on Marx, dude. I'm so confused by this. Like, great. I'm on board. Thank you.
Requirements, of course, if you're it's racist. You know what I mean? It is.
I feel like everything he's saying is like a direct threat, kind of, and I'm just like, so what does that entail? Turning us away? Are you really just going to turn people away, or? Are you gonna
according to these quotes.
Are you going to like punish them?
Like, I want her to just ask them follow-up questions. You know what I mean? I don't want them to just be like, okay, what do you think is Kamala Harris? Like, how do you feel now? I need to know if these people are like, okay, well, I guess it's all right when Kamala Harris says it. Because I don't think they're going to say that. I think they'd probably be like, oh, it's still not good. I mean, I doubt it, though. To be honest, like, I feel like, you know, not a lot of liberals are going to have, like, these strongly held convictions on immigration policy. So, you remember when everyone was standing Kamala Harris? I wasn't. So I need to know. I wish there was like a follow-up.
Them in terrible ways. Like, I I don't know, gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. Yeah. So, no, he's no longer the president. Obviously, we know that. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris are in. Would you ever expect them to talk to people this way? What, like our president?
Yeah, would you expect the Biden administration to say this type of stuff?
Absolutely not. No. I don't really think so either.
No, he said these yesterday.
Yesterday?
I want to...
I know.
You didn't know he was still alive?
No.
He's alive. I think we know it if he was dead. I think there'd probably be parades if he were dead.
Oh, my family would throw a party.
Yeah. Would you go?
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. He said that yesterday in Guatemala. What is your reaction to that?
He's stupid.
What?
He's stupid.
He's stupid?
You're not the president. Right. Just step.
Okay, this video has no purpose if it's just to be like, I want to know what they're going to say when they face the fucking gotcha moment. Like, I wish I could hear. This would be significantly more interesting. This would be significantly more interesting if they also then were like, well, how do you feel about that now? Because, like, I want to see if they'll be like, all right, well, maybe we were being wrong on Donald Trump. Are they going to just decide that, like, because Kamala Harris said it, it's okay? Like, I too love shitting on liberals who are fucking stupid and only care about politics from the point of team sports with no convictions whatsoever, right? Like, I wish she would have, you know, I wish there was more to it. I don't think it's as bad as we perceive it, though. I doubt that they would all be like, yeah, that's actually good now that Kamala said it.
Down, just relax and step down and let Biden handle it.
Right. Let Kamala Harris handle it, right?
Kamala, right.
Let Kamala handle it.
Turn this over with.
What do you think? What's your reaction?
Let them all in.
Let them all in.
Let them in. Sure. Bring them in. Bring them to the beach in Florida. Let's get f***ed up. Yeah. Woo!
Don't come to the beaches in Florida. We don't want you here. This was just yesterday, so keep in mind.
If there's a person that we don't want at the beaches of Florida, it's you, you fucking diaper pooping idiot. What is this? Yeah. Everybody loves having fucking BooBoo Bennett roll up to them and do this kind of interview. Pooping in the water is illegal.
Fine. He's not the president anymore.
Oh, no, Joe Biden is.
Right. Joe Biden, and the vice president is?
The girl. But we're talking about presidents right now.
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So, this is his quote yesterday. The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. What's your reaction to Donald Trump's quote?
They can go where they want. Do as they please.
I feel like it's not really like his role anymore to like make comments like that.
Yeah, there's no like hour. You're out of office. She was impeached twice for a reason. So your opinion kind of doesn't matter anymore.
What about if he said these comments when he was in office?
Still doesn't make it no better.
Right.
I can go where I want, as I want, when I want, as I please.
The land of the free.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Including to Guatemalans and...
Okay, I need to know if these people are gonna retort. Like, I need... if there's no rebuttal, 6 minutes in, if they don't show any of their reaction beyond like, oh my god, I had no idea, I'm not gonna watch the rest of this video because it's so fucking boring.
Mexicans and stuff.
Everybody. Yeah.
Read that headline for me.
Harris blunt message in Guatemala, do not come to U.S.
Does that surprise you?
I'm really not political, but that seems very yikes.
It doesn't seem like that's what she...
Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you for doing the Lord's motherfucking work, dumbass. Yeah. I based leftist agitprop, literally just like pushing random beachgoers further to the left and making them recognize that like the American the American institutional power is still ideologically very much center right. Great.
She was saying when she was campaigning, is it?
I don't think so.
All right, well, you have a message of Kamala Harris.
Like, unless she literally thinks that, like, what Kamala said is bad, this is not doing the job that she thinks she's doing here. I'm so confused. Like, why is she doing, like, leftist psyop? I feel like she's doing work for the left here.
Harris, we're watching this right now. Would you say anything in response to what she wants to do at the border?
No comment.
Maybe you don't have a brain.
Maybe.
Can we go eat now? I'm really hungry.
You know.
What? Oh my God, this dude is so fucking juiced up. He can't even speak. He's like,
maybe you don't have a brain.
Maybe.
Can we go eat now? I'm really hungry.
what the fuck did he just say? You get
You know.
Was that a slur? I can't even tell. When this guy says, like, when this guy does hate speech, you can't even get mad because you don't understand what he's saying.
I do have to feed my bodyguards, guys. So if
Okay.
Nobody no more. You are kicked out. Like, impeached twice, once again. One more time, Joe Biden is your president.
I don't even know what to say about that one because that's really crazy.
Is that something you'd expect from Donald Trump to say?
Oh hell yeah, he's stupid.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
very.
happy he out there.
You're happy he's out because now we don't have someone who thinks like this.
Right, exactly. Because Donald Trump, he was the devil.
Yeah.
He was the devil.
And it's showing when he says things like this.
Yeah.
So the devil would say things like this.
Exactly. Devil don't care about nobody but themselves.
Would you ever expect our current administration?
Hell yeah, dude. This is awesome. This is actually awesome. I mean, I love this. What the fuck?
To go to Guatemala and talk like this to people there?
No, I don't.
Do you think that would be something that we would expect from the Biden administration?
No, I wouldn't expect that.
Why do you think that they wouldn't, but Donald Trump? Like, that's just his character.
All this shows to me is that the media has done such a great job of just like not really covering the news, not really being interesting enough, not really making a big fucking stink about like all of these sorts of takes from the administration that resemble what the Trump administration did in the past. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that this is showing me. Like, these people's convictions are not different. They are just unaware. I don't have a problem with that at all. I love this, dude. I love that they're like, you know, fucking seeing this and still saying like, I care. I don't like what Kamala Harris did here.
Why do you think that they wouldn't do that?
Because I think that that's Donald Trump's character. He's just more outspoken. He's more aggressive.
Can you explain why what Kamala said is bad? Kamala Harris went to Guatemala and said, don't come here. Like, don't come. Don't come. That is absolutely the exact same attitude that Donald Trump has had. That's exactly what it is. On a trip where she's supposed to be addressing like the material inequalities, the destabilization in the region, and like and addressing the reasons why people are coming to begin with to the United States. Like, her focusing on the immigration policy from the point of view of like, just don't come here, don't make the trek, it's really hard for you and you'll die, and also we won't let you in. I mean, that's terrible. Like, turning away people who are coming here because they want to make a better life for themselves because they're desperate, like turning away refugees and asylum seekers is not good. Like, that's not a good thing at all. It's a bad thing.
And it's not what you say, it's the way you say things. Your delivery, I mean, you could deliver it differently, but yeah, he comes off very aggressive, so.
She would not say, come here, we're going to turn you back.
No, I don't think
Come on, you know this is irrational? Why? Why do you think I'm just... why do you think it's irrational? And two, why do you think I'm advocating for an irrational position that I personally know is irrational? Like...
you'd say, come here, we won't turn you away. And it's possible she might do it for political gain.
These quotes actually came from Kamala Harris.
part of the Biden administration yesterday, and I see your eyebrows are kind of going up.
I'm appalled.
I'll be checking her on Twitter. Don't worry about it.
What do you guys think about that? That these sound like Donald Trump's words.
It really does. And yeah, I'm very shocked.
Very shocked?
I'm very, very much shocked.
Yeah.
Should there not be some type of control, like in regards to population? Like what do you mean? What kind of control do you want to exercise with that regard? Because I don't have a problem with like legally allowing all of these asylum seekers and refugees to come into the country. Actually, that's what I advocate for. I want them to be able to come in legally. The problem is we have completely shut off legal immigration from these areas. That's the issue. So the only alternative for a lot of these people is to come in and seek asylum, which is still legal, and sometimes get denied. Why do we need refugees? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not about a need. It's about doing what's right. But beyond that, like there is no negative consequences of immigration of this sort. As a matter of fact, the entire country is built on this idea. Open border leftists are insane. Says Wakandian 69420. You're insane. Open border leftists are insane. Explain to me why this is bad. Go ahead. Don't fucking cap me. Go ahead. We have not shut off legal immigration from Latin America. Yeah, dude, that's why it takes 30 years for someone from Mexico to like legally immigrate into the United States, dude. That's not actually shutting it off, right? These are the type of motherfuckers who are literally like, well, you know, if you put people in concentration camps but don't literally murder them, but, you know, allow them to starve over the course of like 40 years, you're technically not doing a genocide. What's up? To the people who say overpopulation is a problem, I welcome you to literally go to any state in the South. Go to Oklahoma. Okay? Just go to Oklahoma and just visit Oklahoma and then tell me again that overpopulation is a problem. The entire planet's population could fit inside of the state of Texas if the population density was similar to Manhattan. There is no like overpopulation problem in America, okay? It's crazy. It's about consumption. No. It is illogical, however. We gain no inherent benefit from allowing people to cross the border. Jeff Bezos must receive some benefit from the workforce. Jeff needs more support to allow innovation. Migration does not help this. Wait, what? You're fucking completely incorrect. By the way, like people who say there's no benefits from immigration are just completely wrong. I don't know what he was trying to say. The only thing this video is saying that is the Democratic Party is far right compared to what the uninformed voter thinks. How is this not the only thing you can take from it? I'm from Iceland. I don't get it. Yeah, that is literally the only takeaway from this video. It's the smart takeaway from this video. Capital owners want unfettered immigration, not in the way that we do. Unions are good. Capital owners want immigration with the same kind of restrictions that currently exist. A two-tiered immigration system. Because they want an endless pool of labor that they can automatically refresh with no rights whatsoever. They want slave labor. That's it. That's what capital owners want. And the American government, with its restrictive immigration policy, gives them that all the time. If you want to solve our labor problems, you allow immigrants to be a part of the documented labor force, and you allow them to also unionize alongside the rest of the labor force. That's crazy. And I say this even if there wasn't supposed to be a benefit for us. Like, why can't we be nice? Immigrants are not able to unionize? What unionize, bro? Like, the documented labor force of comprised of, like, natural-born U.S. citizens are not even able to unionize in this country, let alone undocumented immigrants. What are you, crazy? The real issue is that that you are being exploited as a worker in this country and in every country, as a matter of fact. Okay? And the people who exploit you turn around and then use a constantly refreshing pool of labor against you to depress your wages too. Now, idiots on the right will look at that and be like, that's why immigrants are taking our jobs. That's why immigrants are depressing wages. Okay. Well, the alternative isn't to purge the immigrants from this country, the undocumented immigrants. The real alternative, the real solution is to allow them to participate in the same pool of labor that you exist in under the same conditions. So they have to pay all of us more. That's it.
Wow.
They definitely wouldn't be talking like.
If the government let the refugees to gather together, they riot cities. Why do you want to increase the population of a country? The irony here is like you just want America to turn into Japan, which is not great. Okay. I'm gonna ban this person because he's like too racist. Okay. Also, you're a pussy. Like, if you're terrified of people coming in here peacefully, you're a gigantic pussy. Like, I don't want to have a conversation with you. You're a fucking coward.
Exactly. They wouldn't be talking like.
So what? They can immediately enroll into social SSI benefits that they haven't put a dime into. Wait. First of all, our social safety nets are disastrously shitty to begin with. And secondly, undocumented immigrants currently pay into our social safety nets without getting a single dime out of it. So I don't know what the fuck that argument is there. Like, this is, again, why are there so many uneducated motherfuckers in here? They literally pay taxes and they can't get anything back from it. The only way that the undocumented immigrants that can, quote unquote, take advantage of our social safety nets, which are supposedly robust. People pretending like us poor people get benefits besides link period, lol. So we're not even going to talk about how fucking shitty our social safety nets are. Like, that's ridiculous that you would even make that argument. Okay? But the only way that undocumented immigrants actually take advantage of our horrible but still existent social safety nets is when they have children in this country who are natural-born American citizens, okay? You have a child inside of the U.S. borders. That child is an American citizen. That child is no different than you. With respect to being an American citizen, this is a constitutionally protected reality, and it is a fundamental plank of being an American. Okay? But conservatives who are white supremacists and horrible monsters in general will literally use that information and treat children born into a household with one undocumented parent as though they are taking advantage of American social safety nets. Because the underlying principle there is that if you are born into a family inside of U.S. soil, if you're born into a family with one undocumented parent, you are technically not supposed to be here. That is un-American as fuck. And these pussy-ass conservatives will never, ever fucking ultimately admit that when they use that sort of data. Okay? So whenever someone says, oh, they're taking, they're taking advantage of our social safety nets, ask them, like, what robust social safety nets do we have in this country? Okay, that's one. And then two, ask them to describe how they are doing that. Chatter asked a good question that I often forget to also point out. Babies aren't paying into the system. Should we be funding public education? Should we be funding childcare? I mean, stupid ass babies, they're taking advantage of our social safety nets. Get a fucking job, baby.
So, well, I have bad news. These aren't Donald Trump quotes. What? These are quotes from Kamala Harris yesterday in Guatemala.
Holy crap. Isn't she supposed to be like for the people and like she's like that?
Look at that. Look, these people are recognizing that Kamala Harris is more right-wing than they previously thought.
One person that everyone's like, yes, she's going to change everything. She understands exactly where we're coming from. Like, she's on Twitch. She gets it.
Oh my God, this person is a chatter.
We
100%.
tried to tell you.
This person is literally in my chat right now.
Guys, we tried to tell you that she's a liar and she's corrupt. She's a police officer. She's a prosecutor.
She's good at lying. She knows how to do that. Yeah.
So this surprises you.
It sure does. Absolutely. Yeah. It's also the first time that I'm hearing about it. So like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, should have just kept Donald Trump.
That's actually a lie. If she was in, no, this person was 100% in my chat during the election and has never been back. Okay. This is like one of the many people that was in here at some point, and like, Joe Biden became president. They're like, all right, I'm done with fucking the politics thing.
If she's gonna just talk like him. Actually, these are quotes from Kamala Harris. This isn't Donald Trump speaking right here.
Holy shit, that's wild. That is wild.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Sounds like Donald Trump, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, reading these to you, you would think Donald Trump said this.
Yes.
But it's Kamala Harris who said it was racist once upon a time. So.
That's wild.
What if I told you? All of those things I just read, those 3 quotes, were from Kamala Harris yesterday.
All you do is talk about conservatives and it's beyond tiring. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted.
Really?
Going to Guatemala.
Yeah, I was not.
I'm sorry that I'm, calling into question how stupid your fucking parents are. And that hurts your fifis a little bit because you think that they're like, demigods that you lived with this entire time. And now you're coming to terms with the reality that they might not be that fucking smart. I'm sorry that tires you, okay? Just, if you're tired, go to sleep.
Not expecting that.
Yes.
Okay, understood. She got
balls, I guess.
She's got some balls, apparently.
Joe Biden's still my president.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just over.
What's your opinion? Oh, I love what she's saying. I think it's hypocritical that she accused Donald Trump of being a racist when he said it. These are absolutely things that should be happening for our country. Put the border wall up, all that good stuff. Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton actually voted to fund the border wall decades ago.
So why the fuck are you complaining then, you asshole? Shouldn't you be loving Joe Biden then, you dumb fuck? Like, these are questions I want to ask BooBoo Bennett. It's like, okay, so you're like a fan then. Why don't you do a channel where you love Joe Biden and Kamala Harris then, you fucking stan? Stop pooping in your diapers, too.
And when Donald Trump gets in office and he starts supporting the things that the Democrats used to support, they called him racist. They said the wall was a symbol of white supremacy, but then Kamala Harris says it, and silence. It's all of a sudden not racist anymore. It's just keeping our country safe, which it has always been about keeping our country safe, not about racism.
Oh, race most definitely plays a part in a lot of things, for sure, so please don't look over that.
You think Kamala Harris's quotes are racist?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just letting you know that some things plays race. I'm not talking about like her or these quotes. I'm talking about like in general, race does play a lot.
Do you think she has any actual policies that she stands for? Or do you think she'll flip-flop no matter what?
She's gonna flip-flop no matter what.
Yeah, you're a Trump supporter.
The entire gotcha literally revolves around like still acknowledging that this is like a reactionary talking point. So I don't even understand how this is a fucking gotcha, especially when people are like, oh, actually Kamala said that? Well, that's kind of fucked up. Like it's not like you know, it's not like fucking, what's the expectation here? Like, is the expectation that they're supposed to be like, well, I'm a Trump supporter now? Like what?
Supporter, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Very good. You're like, nah, that doesn't surprise me.
So like, I did not vote for Donald. I really didn't want to vote for Biden either. But I went Democratic just because I felt like we needed a little bit of a change.
Oh, it's okay. So that part, you just heard it all bleeped out.
Hasan doesn't understand how awful living with Trump parents are. Don't worry, Chad. I get you, especially if they are abusive or if you just have abusive parents in general. No, dude, I do sympathize. Okay, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. How dare you say that Rachel is super when this is like literally a safe haven for so many fucking people that like live in conservative ass bumfuck parts of this goddamn country where they finally recognize that there are people in a community that share similar points of view, that they can figure out how to express themselves better. That's not the point. The point is when you come in here and you're like, I'm just fucking tired of you dunking on conservatives. Okay? Like, I have all the fucking sympathy in the fucking world for people that come from backgrounds like that. There's a lot of people like that in here right now. The issue is when someone who's from a background like that turns around and goes, man, I'm just tired. I'm so tired of you constantly dunking on conservatives.
That's because we can't say it on Facebook and YouTube. You can go to LibertyHangout.tv to...
I think it's a troll because your abuse takes about crime vids. Yeah, maybe.
Headline from Politico.
Harris blunt message in Guatemala.
All right, we saw this already.
This is a reputable news source that people would claim would be reputable.
Do y'all have it on video?
Yeah, you want me to find it on video?
If it's on video, I believe it.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come.
Do you feel that Kamala Harris is the devil like you said Trump was for these quotes?
Yeah, for saying so. Anybody that against other people, they're evil.
Let's go.
They need God in their life.
Let's fucking go, dude. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, dude.
Prayer.
Not a single one of these people that she pulled up has been like, no, I like that now.
Yeah. Should we have just
This literally proves everything I say. I mean, this video doesn't prove shit. It's not fucking empirical evidence at all. But like, there is plenty of empirical evidence that actually shows that people are technically significantly more progressive than they let on, and their voting patterns do not actually demonstrate a single goddamn thing about what their actual like ideological worldview might be. 80% of Americans vote on party lines. Only 20% vote on ideological grounds. That's one. And two, there are constantly things like in Florida where $15 minimum wage gets passed by a wider fucking by a larger number of people than either a representative, like than Joe Biden or Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump won the state of Florida. So like, people are significantly more progressive than the way that they vote, and that's because the way that they vote is significantly limited. And this video is just evidence for that reality, that like, even in fucking Florida, there are plenty of people who are actually very open-minded when it comes to immigration.
Donald Trump then, if Kamala Harris is saying the same stuff?
No, they're all bad, man. But he was funny. I will say that. But that's about it, though.
All right.
He's a businessman. That's all he is.
Yeah. Right.
He in it for the business, for the money.
All right. I hope I didn't ruin your day.
No, it's good. We still finna party and kick it. What you mean?
Keep partying. You look too snazzy to have your day ruined. That's for sure. Right? Look at that.
Get it on
Snazzy.
Okay.
Snazzy. All right. Very cool. Very cool outfit. But I also have some cool merch that I just launched at lhmerch.com. Tell people to go to LH.
How many times have we watched like Trump supporters literally have this exact same video, but on the opposite, and they're like, well, it's okay when Trump says it. That's another like funny take here, which is that, you know, like Trump supporters don't even fucking react with this kind of attitude for the most part. Yeah, I don't care about soccer. I don't give a fuck. Yes, Turkey is 2-0 losing against Italy. I don't care. Just shows how completely brainwashed they are. I love their excuses when they're told the truth. What excuses? They literally go, it's bad. There wasn't a single excuse in the video. Did this fucking guy, did they even watch the video? Oh, it's 3-0 now? Okay, whatever. Who cares? But hold on. This is so strange that, like, the sad part is that these young people laugh at their own stupidity. LMAO, we tried to tell you she's a liar, she's a police officer, she's a prosecutor, how to turn tables to fit your agenda. They did not demonstrate like a single person that came up with they didn't show a single person that came up with an excuse. It goes to show that like Republicans watch a video and you know, expect the outcomes before they actually watch the video. They don't even watch it. They're just like, hey, her. Dumb liberals, I'm all right. Holy shit. HasanAbi reacts to Jennifer's Solution Criminal Psychology. HasanAbi clips 113,000 views in one day. Dude, the clips complex is popping the fuck off, dude. HasanAbi clips 93,000 subscribers. What the fuck? God damn, dude. No, motherfuckers are making money, dude. Oh my God, every single one of these videos is like popping the fuck off. These videos are doing better than like my actual channel, dude. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Look at this. Kamala Harris said it directly to their faces. Oh, the irony, of course, is that like my last YouTube video is literally about what BooBoo Bennett was fucking talking about. My last video on my YouTube channel, which when you have a moment, you should check out. And you should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Is straight up about me criticizing Kamala Harris. That's great. That's great, dude. Clip channels make more money than the psychology channels with the original videos? No, no shot. Those videos get like 13 million views. There's no shot it doesn't. You can't monetize a YouTube video if it's not original content, and since that channel is using your content but posting it as clips, it can't be monetized? That's not true. I don't strike them. At all. It's literally not true. Those channels all make money. You need to be quicker to upload the criminal psych shit. No, my original channel is not uploading. My actual channel is not uploading the criminal psych reacts and stuff like that. Least patriotic Turkish guy. Yeah, back when things were better. Why are chatters so confidently wrong? Welcome to Twitch chat. They're making money off your content. Don't you feel some type of way? Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, good for them. Like, people are so ridiculous, dude. Rehead Discord is heartbroken that you don't care about footy. It's okay. You're always welcome to talk about Arsenal, bruv. Gooners, bruv. Fucking gooners, bruv. You don't care about fucking footy, bruv. Why don't you care about fucking Arsenal, bruv? Footy.
There we go. We got air.
Okay, this is sick.
And then the wing break. Oh, let's go, Cletus.
As bipolar as fuck. Yesterday was criticizing ads. Today they want you to strike clip channels. Yeah. Well, chat's not a monolith. There's a lot of people with like different points of view in here all the time. But one thing that everybody can agree on is that at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break, and it can come at any moment, honestly. Sometimes way before the actual top of the hour in an effort to fucking completely dupe you into a false sense of security. And now, of course, fear not, even though this ad break is earlier than the top of the hour. If you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. I don't know if you know that or not. Or you can subscribe with a $5 a month subscription, or you can use an ad block or a VPN. Yeah, I fucking got you. I got you good. You already know, baby. You already know. Here's the ad break now. Please stop. I'm slowly decaying from these unexpected segues. You made me think I only had 2 hours left of my shift, but it's actually 2.25 hours. How dare you? Your ads are literally Orwellian. The reason why I'm like doing this is because I don't want you guys to constantly look at the fucking watch. I don't want you to wait. Dan Crenshaw says Ilhan Omar should absolutely be fired. I'm gonna lose my mind.
This is something that Elon.
I can't watch this. It's gonna make me lose my mind. Okay, I don't want to do that. Why are you doing that to us? Because you bought. I bought 5 of those vacuum thing. What? The inconsistency of these ads make it harder to track than my spreadsheet. Sorry, brav. Ilhan Omar should be fired and Marjorie Taylor Greene should be promoted to speaker. If you can't argue both sides of a topic, you really don't understand the topic. Lessons from a Harvard lawyer. Dude, if you've been here for long enough, you know that I can do a better job arguing conservative talking points than conservatives can. Don't even get me started on that shit. Okay? Even though, you know, I think that that's like a classic debate lord energy right there, but I'm creating a channel called Hasan Looks at Gaming where I post clips of your worst video game moments. And yes, I will be weaponized. It will be weaponized against you. Okay. Here's the clip where Charlie says ordering weed is actually slavery. What?
Abundant society. And here's why. Because we live in an abundant society. We live in a place where you could have literally weed delivered to your front door. It's like, what? And somehow, oh, that's liberty. No, that's actually slavery.
What? Is this based? Is he saying that, like, wait a minute. Is he saying that, like, you know, these delivery services are actually engaging in, like, modern day slavery? Was that a dig at the gig economy? I'm confused. I mean, there's no shot he would say that, but I mean, Foster Freeze did die recently. So Did I say his name right? That was like one of his main. That was one of his like main fucking backers. So maybe he's like moving away from his rhetoric, but I doubt it. Can you pause the stream? My food is here and I need to eat. No. Yeah, his wait, wasn't that the guy? Isn't his name Foster Freeze? Yeah, Foster Friess. Yeah, he died on May 27th. Prominent donor to the Republican Party. Died at the age of 81. I wonder if he died of COVID. This was like one of the reasons why Charlie Kirk is Charlie Kirk, because he was like one of his original backers on TPUSA. Anyway. We're doing Murderer Reacts today? Yeah, I think I'm going to move on to it right now, actually. I think it's time. I think I'm moving on to it right now. Now, there are The Legend of Jeff. Let's look at the most popular ones that we watched. We watched What Pretending to Be Crazy Looks Like. We watched Jennifer's Solution, Wrath of Jody. There's some by Casey, The Legend of Jeff. The Interrogations of Stephanie Lazarus. We have not seen this one. We've not seen the case of Lee Rodarte either. There's so many good ones, dude. I think we'll do Stephanie Lazarus. I wonder if there's TOS in this.
On the evening of February 24th,
Hold on, I'm gonna fucking blast this out that I'm doing it, boys. I'm doing it. I'm doing it big, and I'm doing it live, and I'm fucking doing it. Okay. Why did you let the forge go cold? What? What is that? Pick whoever is the hottest? Absolutely not. Chat reacts very weirdly to that. We are back on the murder train. Ride aboard. Ride aboard. Hop aboard the murder train. Murder! Wait, you guys remember that? What is that from? It's like the metal apocalypse or whatever, however you say it. www.twitch.tv. I don't know how to say it. I can never say it. It was from your... Oh, it was from How I Met Your Mother. It wasn't from Metal Apocalypse or Metalopolis. Murder Train was from How I Met Your Mother? Oh, it is from The Foreskins. Okay. What was in Metal Apocalypse had a song like this too, though, right? Do you think chat's gonna pin this one on the victim? No, I think she's a cop, so probably not. This will be one of those instances where chat won't do that. They had Murder Horse or Mermaider. One, she's not hot enough for chat to simp aggressively. And two, I think she's a cop. So she's got a nice mullet, though. The murder song unlocked a memory. It was Murder Train a Comin'. Yeah, Metal Apocalypse had a Murder Train song too, right? Dude, this is such a good fucking... What was it? I saw Death Clock live at First Avenue. Wait, they're actually Metal Apocalypse. Oh, this is a victim. Okay, sorry. I'm stalling because I want to make... I'm stalling because I wanna get as many people in as possible so that they don't fucking miss out on any. Dude, they used to be so fucking good. Like they used to be so fucking good. I used to be scared of the show. Like Adult Swim had some fucking incredible shit, dude. There's a Jussie Smollett video too. Oh my god.